There was a time when I thought procrastination meant I was lazy. But the truth, I was busy. Just not with the right things. I'd tell myself, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow became next week. Next week quietly turned into years. And one day, I realized something uncomfortable. I wasn't postponing work. I was postponing my life. That realization didn't come from a productivity book or a motivational quote. It came from a quiet moment late at night, staring at a list of goals I once felt excited about and barely recognized anymore. So today, I don't want to shout at you to work harder. I want to talk to you like a friend who's been there and found a calmer, more honest cure to procrastination. Because procrastination isn't a time problem, it's an emotional one. Most people don't procrastinate because they don't care. They procrastinate because they care too much. Fear of doing it wrong, fear of wasting effort, fear of discovering they're not as good as they hoped. I remember delaying a project for months because in my head, it had to be perfect. But perfection is a comfortable hiding place. As long as you're preparing, you don't have to face reality. The moment I understood this, everything changed. I stopped asking, how do I force myself to work? And started asking, what am I afraid of right now? Sometimes the fear was failure. Sometimes it was success. Sometimes it was simply being seen. Once you name the fear, it loses its grip. Another turning point came when I realized procrastination feeds on overwhelm. When your mind looks at a task and sees a mountain, it freezes. So instead of climbing the mountain, you scroll, snack, or distract yourself, convincing yourself you'll feel motivated later. Here's the truth no one tells you. Motivation doesn't come before action. It arrives after you begin. I began using a simple rule I still live by today. Make the task so small it feels almost stupid not to start. Not finish the project. Not grind for hours. Just open the document. Write one sentence. Work for 5 minutes. Most of the time, once you start, your mind relaxes. The resistance melts. And suddenly, 5 minutes becomes 20. But even when it doesn't, you've still won. Because you showed yourself that you are someone who starts. Another lesson that cured my procrastination was learning to respect my energy, not fight it. I used to criticize myself for not being productive all the time. Now I understand that I'm human. Some days are for deep focus. Some days are for reflection. And some days are for rest. When you stop battling yourself, you move faster. I also had to confront an uncomfortable question. What am I actually procrastinating on, and why? Sometimes we delay tasks because they don't align with who we're becoming, and your mind knows it before you do. Procrastination can be a signal asking you to pause, reflect, and realign. Ask yourself quietly, is this task serving my growth, or am I just afraid of committing fully? Finally, the biggest shift came when I stopped treating time like an enemy. Time isn't chasing you, it's offering you space. Every morning, you're given a clean page, and every delay is a choice about how you fill it. When you act with intention, even slowly, your days feel lighter, calmer, more meaningful. So if you're someone who's tired of delaying your dreams, hear this clearly. You don't need more pressure. You need more presence. Start small. Be honest with yourself. Work with your mind instead of against it. And remember this. The goal isn't to become endlessly productive. The goal is to live fully, deliberately, and awake. And that life begins the moment you stop waiting.